Okay, let us pray. Dear God, we thank you that today we can come again to study how to serve you and how to help people. Help us that we learn something new every time and help us to understand your will for us and for everyone. We do all things to glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, let's see. Uh, chapter 8. Okay. On the marriage and family counseling tonight, we're going to cover chapter 8. And chapter 8 is about conversation number 4. You see that the textbook, we emphasize on 7 conversation. In fact, it's 7 kind of problem that they try to deal with. So tonight, it's going to be about engaging and connecting. It means that they found out that a big problem between couple or people in the family is they don't have good connection. Mean that a lot of family disconnected. Mean that even they live in the same house or in the same family, they are stranger. They don't get involved with one another anymore. So how to bring them back? How to help them reconnect? How to help them become a family again? And this is concentration on this chapter. So after give counseling to a lot of couples, she found out that a lot of couple, Christian couple, when they talk or when they communicate in their family, it looks like they understand each other, but it's not always the fact. They understand each other on something, and they misunderstand each other on many things. So how you help them? So in this chapter, she will give some advice how to help the family or the member to reconnect to one another. Number one, she said that you need to help them learn how to be active listening. A lot of people say, I listen, but they really don't know how to listen. So what that mean? Active listening means that you pay full attention to what another people say. You make eye contact. You confirm them what you understand. And you try to interpret what you understand to them back. So it's an interaction. It's not just one side. It's a dialogue. So it means that you care, you pay attention, and you really listen. A lot of time people don't pay attention. They're just there, they just stay there, but their mind is not there. They don't pay attention at all. They don't care much what they hear. And at the end of the conversation, they get nothing because they don't pay attention, they don't care, they don't really listen. So active listening is the skill that you help the family to practice. How to practice? You can let them listen to something, some story, and after that you can ask them what they understand. Or you can put the example of a wife husband talking to one another. And after the conversation, you ask them what the husband say, what the wife say, and what the response. If they don't pay attention, they misunderstand them. But if they pay good attention, you can see that they understand what's going on. Or sometimes they have a lot of questions. Because they pay attention, that's why they have questions. So in order to help them, you help them practice summarizing, pay attention, ask question, show your opinion, your response, many ways that show you really pay attention. And number two, you help them. You ask an open-end question, mean that don't ask like to answer yes or no, but ask something that they need to talk. For example, you don't ask them, you feel good? They say yes, or they can answer no and done. But you instead have to teach them how to ask, how do you feel today? Explain your feeling. When they say, I feel good, tell them, what do you mean by feeling good? So don't stop there. Your question need to open up dialogue, conversation, and that means that you can healthily connect with one another. A lot of time people don't ask question or don't answer question or try to ignore conversation by just answer yes, no, okay. So you don't let that happen. When people try to just answer yes, no, okay, you have to change the way your question is. Try to continue the dialogue. Try to open up conversation. If they say yes, you ask them what that means yes. You might tell them you mean that you like it, how you like it. So your question will go on, continue to continue the conversation. You don't want them to stop. A lot of time families stop at there, but help them. Finding common ground means that a good dialogue is something you talk about that both sides have interest in. Something that both sides want to talk. You don't put a topic that nobody want to talk or too touchy, but the topic that you know that each one want to talk or don't feel uncomfortable. Everyone feel comfortable. For example, you might ask, do you like Thai food? And why? Which one? Do you know how to cook Thai food or Lao food or Mian food? And this is something that you might have the same interest in. Or you like gardening? What kind of plant you love to grow? What you have in your garden right now? Find some common interest. Or you like sport? What kind of sport you play or you watch? Authentic and vulnerable mean that sincere. You know, you tell them you know. You don't know, you tell them you don't know. You feel hurt, you let them know. You don't feel good, you open up to them. So you show them that you are just a person and you can hurt, you can feel bad, you can feel down. Just show them that you are a human being and you care about their feeling too. So this is the number 4 that you teach the family how to be one part of the whole family. Number 5, showing empathy and respect. In your conversation, you teach the family member to show care. When one of the family have problem, the rest of the family need to show that you care, you want to help. They got hurt, you hurt with them. They have problem, you suffer with them. But in the same time, you respect their privacy, you respect how they feel. Don't judge them that why you feel that way. People have the right to feel whatever happened to them. You just need to accept it, respect it. Don't try to change them to be the way you want them to be. Let them be themselves. But you show that you care. So this is the skill you need to teach the couple or the family that have problem. They care for one another or not. They hurt with one another or not. Okay, number 6 is about positive body language and tone. Do you know that when we communicate, it's just 15% about the words that you say. The 89% is about what you show out. Your eye contact, your hand gesture, your body movement, your tone of your voice, the tone of your voice, the pitch of your voice, or the volume of what you say. It shows more than what the words that you use. So don't ignore that your body language speak louder than your words. And so you need to make it go hand in hand. You might remember when you talk with someone, they talk one thing and you can tell that they don't mean it. Why? Because their body language tell you. Their body language deny what they say. And it's very true. You can tell that this guy is sincere or not. They speak the truth or not. So this is something that you have to help the family to communicate both outside and inside through their language, spoken language, and also the body language. Number 7, teach them to be generous. Mean that each one need to be fair and ready to share, to give. You know that some family have problem because they feel that someone just take advantage of them all the time. Someone never share, never take part in any work for the family. So you have to teach the member of the family that everyone need to do their best to share responsibility and to be part of the family. So this is number 7 that you need to make sure the family know how to do it. Number 8, teach them how to be consistent. So what that means? They might be nice one day and the rest, they're not good. So help them to keep up with their good work, not just one time, but all the time. Yeah, sometimes people get tired or forget again. So you need to go back to them, help them to practice and come back to be a good routine of new behavior. That to help them and to help their family. Number 9, teach them when to end the conversation. So what that mean? It means that somebody talk too much, talk too long, talk all the time. So we need to teach them when to stop. Just speak enough. And when it's enough, mean that no more. You can stop now and let other people speak some or express some feeling. And something don't need to say, don't say it. So this is the skill too, because you might know some people who talk without stopping all day or night and nobody want to listen. So it's better to speak a few words and people want to listen than speak the whole day and nobody want to listen. It's useless. So this is a skill too. You know when to stop. When you see people don't pay attention or people don't want to hear anymore, it means that it's time for you to stop talking and let someone else talk or let them do something else. So this is the 9 advice that you as a counselor, you need to help the family to develop all this skill and help them that this is a good practice. They have to do it. Okay, now this is some example of engaging which a question mean that this is some good example that you can teach the family to use. What are you passionate about? What excited you? What made you thrilled to get out of bed? So this is the open up question that you can teach the family to use to other people to get the conversation go on. And tell me about a time when you felt truly loved or understood in the relationship, what makes it special. So this is all the question that people want to talk about their love, about their life, about their experience. And it's not a touchy topic, something that people don't want to talk. You don't raise it up. What one thing you can live without? What life experience changed you the most? What are your biggest challenge right now? If you could have 3 weeks granted to you right now, what would you ask for or wish it? Well, it might sound nonsense, but a lot of time we talk just about how we feel, how we think, or possibility. And it makes people want to talk because this is the topic that's not touchy, it's not personal, and it's not about politics or some people conviction in the strong way. It's the simple question that most people can share and love to talk about. So this is some example, though you can make up a lot more to help the family to know how to talk to one another meaningfully. Okay, this is some more advice when you teach the family. This is some more question that you can tell them that you can use when you don't know what to talk with your people in your own family or some other family related. What do you consider your best quality? What one thing you can live without? Who are your role model? Which is your favorite? Let's see. Okay. So some habit, worst habit, stress or fear, or the last time you cried. This is some example. You don't need to exactly use everything. This is a collection of general question that you can use when you try to start the dialogue or conversation with someone that don't make people feel uncomfortable. And now this is more question about love and relationship. This is you can teach the couple who come to you for counseling, and you want to teach them how to have dialogue and talk to one another. Have you ever been in love? What was your first experience with love? Well, somebody say that, oh, it's too far, it's too late. It's never too late to talk about your first love or your experience with love. What love mean to you? How you think about love? And this is all about how to talk about love or relationship. A couple can use or anyone in the family who you want to teach them about love. They can start by sharing what they know, what they think, what they feel. And later on, they can compare with the lesson that you teach them, that it match or not. And you can keep it and use it when you give counseling to the couple or to the family. And check with them. You can even use them to ask the couple or the family about how the family or how the husband think about their first date or their first love to one another. And you might be surprised that the husband and the wife don't have the same correct answer. Or if you have the family get involved, you might be surprised that the kid don't think so, don't think the way dad think or mom think. There can be a lot of differences. And to start with that, the differences, you can work from that. A lot of time, each one of the family don't know the problem and don't see the differences until they sit down with you and find out the problem, the differences, and the misunderstanding or miscommunication that they have for many years, and they didn't realize it until they come to you for your advice. Now, more question about dream, wishes, and value. And this is just open up more. You know that the good uh, counseling session always start with good conversation. It's going to be very difficult if the couple don't want to talk. And a lot of time you need to help them relax and help them feel comfortable to talk. And that you can help them. If they don't want to discuss, don't want to communicate, you still have a lot of work to do. Okay, more question that I put down here for you. Childhood, upbringing, and this it will show the differences that the wife or the husband growing up in different environment and different philosophy or theology that their ancestor put on them. And that will help them understand one another about the differences, how they think, how they do, or what they do. And now the end of the chapter, we're going to talk about how to practice to be a good listener. And I say that to be a good listener, it not happen by itself. You need to learn the skill, and you need to learn how to practice it all the time. And your job as a counselor depends so much on the skill of your listening, because you will get the clue from the conversation. You will find out about their problem through the conversation. They might not telling you directly, but the skill of listening, active listening, will help you find out the clue and the root of all their problem. And I say communication is just about 15% words. 85% is body language. This is another skill as a counselor you need to develop to read the body language, the eye contact, the hand gesture, the body movement, and many other things that the family or the couple show out in the counseling section. To be quiet or to act very nervously, walking around, keep treating finger or hand, everything will tell you something deep down in their heart that they don't say. So you need to learn the skill of how to read and interpret the body language in the same time. Okay, by active listening, pay attention to all detail. This is why you see the counselor will take note when the couple say something important. Why? Because you cannot remember everything. And that thing will help you to move on by study back what reaction that you observe, what they say, and help them to see the progress step by step. Okay, this is all the essence of this chapter. Chapter 8 is all about engaging and connecting. How you help the couple and the family reconnect to one another and communicate the right way. And that will help them learning about their problem, their situation, and how to work together as a team. And this chapter will teach you as a counselor, advisor, how to help connect the family back together by active listening. That's the first step. The active listening will show that they care, they love one another, and they want to work out. They start this step, but a lot of time people don't know how to be a good listener. So you need to help them, teach them how to be a good listener. Okay, I will come for your reflection and correction in this chapter.
อาจารย์
Yes.
um to me I think we have a different culture between Asians and Europeans, Westerners.
Yes.
I know that sometimes we talk to people that been living in US long time, they're kind of used to it. Some people that they just when we talk to them, they don't look at you. It's really uncomfortable to talk to those kind of people because you talk to them, they don't look at you. Seems that
They don't pay attention.
they don't like you. They are scared of you. It's really uncomfortable.
Well, let me tell you the real situation in America or in European counseling section. The counselor can be male or female, and they can work with the couple in the same time, or with the wife separately or husband separately without problem. But I know in a lot of Asian culture, you as a guy, you cannot work alone with the woman. Or if you are a woman, you cannot work alone with the guy. I mean, in counseling section. So a lot of time you need the third person at least to be with. So that's more difficult now. The third person need to be at least part of the family or someone in your team that know how to be part of your team. So this is more work. And another problem is a lot of time in Asian culture, when wife and husband or other people get involved in the same section, nobody want to talk. Everyone keep quiet. So a lot of time you need to meet one at a time without another person. Why? Because they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel that they can say a lot of things. So that, yes, culture get involved. But you still need to find a way to work around that. But one thing in our counseling ethic is everything that we talk in the counseling section is secret and private. We cannot share with anyone outside the room, outside the section. And this is the professional requirement. So you have to be careful. You cannot tell anyone, even your wife or your spouse or your team, about whatever happened in that counseling room, because it will affect everything. So confidential privacy is so important. Okay, Nathan, I don't know, address some of your concern.
Yes, Ajahn, some of it. Thank you.
Welcome. But another thing is, when you start helping the couple or the family, you need to sit them down and let them know that if they want you to help them, they need to open up, they need to be sincere, they need to work together. If not, it's the wasting of time of everyone.
So Ajahn, before we go into counseling them,
and we have to ask them. They allow us to counseling them, right?
Yes, it's like you have a contract. You see that the first meeting is just try to know one another and try to have a contract. Mean that before you really go deep, you want them to know that what we are going to do and what they require to do, what they can do, what they cannot do. This is a contract agreement.
So do we need to ask them to sign some paperwork
We don't
or
go
anything?
that far.
Okay.
It's just
So
the
we
promise.
we just
Hello.
ask them. We just ask them what we going to do, and try to help them to benefit them only.
Yeah, but at Gao, you ask the question, if you go to the professional counselor, secular counselor, you need to sign the real contract. But for the Christian counseling, I don't think we need to.
Okay. So how about if if we ask them, we talk to them, and they not agree, they not allow us to walk into the situation, so we just not continue it.
So if you feel that if they don't want to deal with something that serious for you, and you feel that we need to deal with that, you might tell them that you cannot continue helping them if they don't want to deal with some situation that you feel is important. We have to cover it. You can back off if they don't want to do it.
Thank you.
John have a question that some situation when you know that somebody, this is somebody else's question, that if they have problem, do you as a leader can intervene or wait until they come to you?
Well, it depends. A lot of time, if it's personal, if it's a family, we cannot get involved until they ask us to get involved. But until it affects other people in church or in the family, other people might want us to get involved. Now you can have some limited involvement because it's not about the couple now, it's about someone else too.
Okay. Thank you, John. That's all what question I want to ask, because I think our Monday night group asked that question. Does that answer you guys' question? Thank you.
Okay. I don't know, you have experience that when you bring the couple to the counseling and they don't want to talk to one another. Or at least one side keep quiet all the time.
I'm not even have any counseling yet, so I still learning, so. So I don't know any of that them have any experience for the counseling, but for me, I just brand new, Achan.
Okay, good. Believe me, even you give counseling for 10, 20, 30 years, you're still learning new things all the time. Because things keep changing. And one key of helping people is you need to be up to date all the time about the new knowledge, and also up to date to be flexible with changes. Things change so fast this day.
I have one more question, Ajahn.
Okay.
When we start counseling in the couple, so how often we need to follow up?
Normally 1 time a week.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
that 1 time can be from 1 hour to 3 hours. It depends.
Tonight, no, even Monica, they were here. They wasn't speaking.
Okay, you have any more question on the chapter? Okay, I will come back if you have more question later on. I will go back to cover chapter 9 now. Okay, chapter 9 in the textbook will talk about conversation number 5, forgiving injury. So the chapter or this conversation will concentrate mainly on how to forgive one another. You know that when the couple have problem or the family have problem, it's always someone hurt someone. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever. And the bitterness, the grudge, it go on. So how can you help heal the family? It has to start with forgiving. But in order to go to that point, before the victim can forgive, the intruder or the one who hurt other people need to ask for forgiveness. In order to ask for forgiveness, you need to help them accept their mistake. When they're ready to accept their mistake or their sin, they can go another step by asking for forgiveness. And now the third step is the one who got hurt need to forgive. So you see that your job at least 3 steps. First, you need to help the one who caused the problem to accept their mistake. And the second step, the one who hurt everyone need to be ready to accept mistake, ask for forgiveness, acknowledge them sin, and ask for forgiveness. That's the second step that you help the family. The third step that you still have to help the family is to help them to forgive. So you see that if you not cover that 3 steps, your job not done. And they not get healing. The problem will always be there. So you see your job is 3 steps, 3-fold. So this is the big thing that a lot of time we don't do that. We just cover up what that mean. Mean that we never deal with the one who caused the problem. And the one who caused the problem never accept their responsibility, never ask for forgiveness. And the third step is nobody ever forgive him. So you see that the problem not solved. Even you look at they stop fighting. It look like they come back together, but no, the problem not solved. It just still barely there. It's like a time bomb. It will explode one day because you did not solve the problem for them. The forgiving of injury need to be there, so the healing will start. Without all the process, the healing never start. The wound still there. And it fresh every day. And it get hurt more and more until the wound kill them all. Now the chapter will concentrate on how to help people to forgive in the Christian way. You know that in the secular counselor or counseling, they don't care much about forgiving. They just care about how to get over it. So you see that the secular counseling just care about you yourself happy. They don't care about another side, how they feel, what they want to do. You need to set yourself free by being happy. Whatever make you happy, go ahead, do it. But it's not solve the real problem. It just cover up the problem that the secular counselor try to do. But the Christian way, we try to go to the root of the problem and solve it from the root, from the cause. And it's the permanent healing process that it heal every side, not just one side. But modern counselor or secular counselor just care about you, one side. They don't care about another side, how they feel, what they want to do. That they're not their concern. Their concern is their client or patient, you. If you can feel good, they will do everything. Forget, bury it, or do something else to cover up. As long as you're happy, that's good enough for them. So in the conversation number 5 at a Christian counselor, we try to help the couple or the family to forgive one another. Forgive what they hurt us. Forgive what they did to us that we are not happy. And this is the whole part of the chapter, how to help them. Yeah, they the step according to the Bible to acknowledge and processing the hurt. And this is from the victim side. A lot of time the victim don't accept what they got hurt. They just bury it. They try to forget it. So this is the first step of forgiving, mean that you need to dig it up. Find out what hurt you. It's like you don't know what hurt you somewhere in your body. So the doctor try to help you find out what hurt you, where it hurt, and what is the cause of your hurt. And then you can deal with it correctly, permanently. If you still don't know what hurt you or you don't know what cause of the problem, so how to heal it, how to solve it, it's impossible. It's like you just walk in the dark and just try to stumble on something that will help you. So now you are the victim. You need time to remember, not to forget, but to remember what hurt you, what caused it. Empathy and understanding. In the same time, don't get angry, don't get mad, but the process is to find out and have empathy on everyone, mean that the one that hurt you and everyone who get involved, everyone suffer. So empathy is something that you try to understand everybody's feeling or situation. Understanding is so important in all this process. Emotional repair and reconnection mean that now you try to work on your feeling now. You might feel depressed for so long. You feel sad, you feel bad. But now when you understand the people who hurt you, they might have a good reason or what happened to them. They might get sick or they might got hurt. That's why they hurt you too. When you understand why, it's easier that you can feel empathy on the one who hurt you because they got hurt too, or they got hurt first. and they try to protect themselves. And you just happen in that way. Emotional repair and reconnection mean that now when you can forgive someone, you can learn how to love them again, to reconnect with them again. But if you cannot forgive someone, you cannot love them. You cannot reconnect with them. Forgiveness as a choice, it means that you need to choose to forgive. Nobody can make you do it, or it won't happen by itself. It's a choice that you need to make. And when you start the process, all the healing will start. You see that here in the chapter, we talk about all the benefit of forgiveness. First, healing emotional wound, strengthen relationship, improve well-being. So they just try to tell you that if you forgive someone or something, it's good for your mind, it's good for your feeling, and it's good for your body, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Forgiveness make it good in every part and make you happy and live better. So this is a good thing that God teaches us to forgive. But forgive and forget is not the same thing, though. A lot of people always put them together. So in this section of the chapter, we'll talk about the benefit of forgiving. How do you think when people say that when you forgive other people, you forgive yourself too? Why they say that? Okay, the logic is here. When you hurt and you get angry and you're so mad, it's not just the person that you get angry or mad got hurt when they know that, but you hurt yourself in the same time. When you get mad, when you're angry, you hurt yourself first before you hurt other people. You might never realize that when you get angry or you get very nervous, you feel bitterness. Your brain, your mind, your heart, or part of your inside your body works so hard and it's very stressful. Your blood pressure might shoot up. Your sugar might shoot up. And all your part of your body very stressful. You cannot sleep, you cannot eat, and it hurt you and hurt everyone around you. You don't feel good, you feel bad all the time. And later on, it affects all your body. You get all kind of sickness from that feeling that hurt you. So you see that when you don't forgive, you hurt yourself first before you hurt anyone. And sometimes that hurt kill you even before your enemy die. So the benefit of forgiving, you know that the Bible says that you can forgive even the other side don't ask for forgiveness. You don't need to wait for. A lot of people think that I cannot forgive until he come to ask me to forgive him. No. According to the Bible, God forgive us before we even know anything. And we still the sinner, God already forgive us. We never ask for, we never know it. So that's the benefit of forgiving. You don't need to wait for other side to know it, to ask for it. You can start right away. Because when you forgive yourself first. Mean that you will feel better, you will feel happy from that point on. So forgiving is your personal benefit first before other people. And everyone around you will benefit from that too when you forgive and you're happier. You make everyone around you happier too. So there are so many studies going on about the benefit of forgiving. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, you can name it. And they confirm that the people who forgive live happier life, live longer life, healthier life. The people who have all the bitterness and never forgive will have a short life, miserable life, unhappy life all the day, and make everyone around them unhappy too. So that's your choice. You want to be happy or suffering your whole life? So we sum up here, down here. If you forgive, you feel healthier and you have better relationship. You increase self-awareness and self-esteem, reduce anxiety, stress, hostility, greater spiritual and psychological well-being, improve heart health and lower blood pressure, fewer symptoms of depression. That are some benefit of forgiving. So if you want all this packet, forgive. Anyone that you can remember of, anything that you still in your heart that hurt you, forgive. Some other consideration is forgiveness is a process. It means that not one time done. It takes time to forgive, and it takes many work to make it stick. If you say, I forgive because I feel good today, but it's not done on that day, it still keep more work to do. Forgiveness is a process. It means that it takes many days, many weeks, or even many months, sometimes even many years to work out the whole process, step by step, one by one, that you could have to go through the process of set yourself free by forgiving. It's not one time done. So forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same. So what that mean? Mean that forgiveness is the first step, that you don't angry or you don't feel bitterness anymore. But reconciliation means that you become good friend again. So you see that a lot of time it never go to that point. Reconciliation is another step that will take a lot more time too. But forgiveness is the first step that you need to have it. And then reconciliation is another thing that comes later on. It needs a lot more work. And in order to fulfill all those steps, a lot of time you need help. A lot of time the couple or the family cannot help themselves to go through all those long and difficult process. They need professional help. Mean that they need the real counselor or the one who get all the training to help them. Now we come to the question in detail. What does it mean to forgive someone? Okay, we can sum up in 4 steps. The first step means that when you say you forgive someone, mean that you're not, the anger that you used to have with that person decreasing all the time. Mean that you should, in the past, you get so mad. Now you don't feel that bad anymore. It's lower and less and less. Anxiety or depression, when you think about the situation, when you don't forgive, it's still hot, it's still stressful, but now you feel more relaxing. It's not hurting you anymore. Enhance self-esteem. You know that when you got hurt, you feel so down, you feel so bad, but now it not hurt you anymore. You feel good about yourself now. More hope for the future. When you don't forgive, you're so depressed. You don't have hope for the future. It looks like everything so dark, so gloom. But now you look at the world in a different way. You have hope. you have a better life waiting for you. So you see that it means that if you go through all this process, it means that you're in the process of forgiving someone or something, or how far you have gone from step 1 to step 4, that you rebuild yourself now. And emphasize here, forgiving is not the same thing as forgetting or tolerating. Forgetting means that you try to bury the problem. It doesn't mean that you really forget. You try to bury it, cover it up, but it will always there and it will pop up one day. Tolerating, what that means? Mean that you accept the reality by living with it. Even you don't like it, you're not happy with it, but you try to live with it. And it hurts. It's like you get sick, but you never go to the doctor and get all the medicine. You just live with your sickness. Day by day, you suffer and try to live with your sickness. That means we tolerate it. It never solved. It's always there, the problem. So they advise you to go through all the steps so you can set yourself free. And how to forgive someone who hurt you so much. Well, it depends on situation. It depends on the person. It depends on how bad is it. So when you want to forgive someone, you think that to forgive is a good thing, yes. But is this the thinking just the first step, the easy part? But the difficult part will come because you need to do something. So, for example, how you forgive someone who keep hurting you. Okay, here's some advice. Try to avoid unnecessary contact to keep yourself safe. Keep a distance. Now, after you get away from that person, you try to take a step to release your resentment by the step of self-accepting. Don't blame the situation and learn to accept that person as he is. So this is how to try to forgive someone that hurting you. So it's more on one side, like your boss or your friend who hurt you all the time. You can do something to protect yourself. Mean that you don't need to live with that person because it's not part of your family. It just may be someone you know. Or you can get away from that person and don't keep close relationship with that one. So this is now how to forgive someone that you love that hurt you. Now this is more difficult because this is someone you care so much and they hurt you. And someone that you love hurt you, it means that they broke your trust, your love. And it takes a lot more time and a lot more work to rebuild that relationship and that trust again. And they advise this way. First, be patient. Be patient to do what? Well, to wait out that something will work out or something will change. This it means someone you love and hurt you. And you still need to use patience to deal with that person because you love them. And sometimes you cannot do much. What you can do, just love them more and forgive them more. And that's the good advice. Someone that you love keep hurting you. But if you can have the counseling section to work on, that might even better. And now the question go on, how you forgive someone that you think is impossible. Well, we say that for God, everything possible. Mean that you need to depend on God to do that. By yourself, you cannot do it. It's beyond human being. So this is something impossible to do it yourself. Now the author gives you some advice. When you face someone that you try to forgive, but it's impossible to forgive. So they use the word reach to help you go through the process. What reach it mean? Reach come from recall. They don't tell you to forget. They tell you to remember. Think about it in detail. How you feel. Why? In order to forgive, you need to remember. If you don't remember, you cannot forgive. You need to remember so you can work out the process. So recall means that try to remember in detail what hurt you, what happened. Now, the second word of E means empathize. What that mean? Try to feel mercy, have mercy on the one and everyone, and think that they hurt you because they got hurt first, or they hurt you because they try to protect themselves, or they misunderstood you. Good reason. Try to understand those sides too. Altruistic gift. What that mean? This is from A. It means that think about someone who forgive you too. When you do things bad or you are bad and someone forgive you. So this is try to think that, oh, someone can forgive you. You can forgive someone too, to pay back their generosity. And the easiest way is think about God. God can forgive you. It's not free. God paid the price for you. So this will help you forgive other people too. As Jesus tells the story of the rich man who forgive his servant, but the servant who get forgiven never forgive his friend. So God, at the big owner, don't like that. So he take all the forgiveness back. So that's something. Commit come from M here, or from C, commit here. Mean that committing to forgive mean that you need the action, not just think about it, not just say about it, but committed to do it. Make commitment that I will do it. Whole. The last word of leadership, H. Whole mean that it can be in most ways. First, if you keep holding your hurt, it hurts. If you keep holding your bad feeling, it will hurt you. But if you hold on your promise that you will forgive, you can help yourself and help everyone. So the second meaning of hold is hold on your commitment that you will forgive and you will work it out. You never give up. So hold in the two meaning of the word reach. In order to forgive, reach, recall, empathize, altruistic, commit, and hold. That means reach. Always think about that 5 alphabet about reach to help you get over the difficult people that hurt you. Okay, another story that we want to cover is forgiving love wound. So what that mean? Love wound is just the word we use here to mean tremendous distress, suffering for about someone that you love so much. Because someone you love so much, you trust so much, hurt you. And it's so deep, this wound. So how you going to heal that wound and get out of that depression? Well, from the Christian perspective or from God teaching, is still forgiveness. Forgiveness will heal your wound, will help you getting better. But how to get to that point is another story. Some people might take several months, some people take several years. Someone take the whole lifetime to forgive for some loved one because it's so deep, it's so difficult. So in this book will help us to go back to God, depend on God, and ask God to help. Because we'll have to learn from God how to forgive. We cannot do it ourselves because we human beings, we're so selfish. We don't care about anyone more than ourselves. But God cares about us, and we need that love from God to forgive. So they say that in order to forgive, we have to deal with anger and resentment. Because when we hurt, we angry a lot, and we feel resentment that we hate so much. So that two things that we need to deal with, anger and hatred. And forgiveness will deal with both. So they will advise us that something that you can work with, something you need help, something that you can take some time off. So they say that it's not one size fit all. It means that you can tell someone to do this and it might work. And to tell the same thing to another person, it might doesn't work, or it might take so long. So you need to try everything that works for that person, step by step, and a little bit at a time. It's like you tell someone how to finish eating the whole elephant. It's one bite at a time. Finally, you finish the whole elephant. It's the same thing. Forgiveness is not in one time or one day you can forgive someone who hurt you for so long. It takes a little bite at a time. You feel less and less resentful. You feel a little bit more happier. And you can forgive a little bit at a day at a time. So that's the process of working. So step by step. Now they sum up 11 steps for you how to forgive. The step one, they say that you need to grieve. What that means? Think about it. You hurt, yes. But this is the first step. You need to feel hurt. You need to feel the pain first. Live with it for a while. Step two, reflect on the benefit of forgiveness versus the cost of holding grudge. Now you think with reasonable thing that you want to keep angry with the person, or you want to be set free with new life. You think about the benefit and the cost of forgiving someone and hate someone. What the benefit you can get out of that? Compare it. Think on the reasonable way. The third thing that I advise you to do is honor your emotion. Well, it's not easy. If you want to be angry, you can do it now while you still hurt. And don't feel bad about it because it's normal. You need to react some way, somehow to get it out. Number 4, that's why you stop blaming. Don't stop blaming yourself, someone else, your parents, society, or anything, because it's not helping. Just accept it. It happened. And everyone might have a part in that problem. But it's okay now. It already happened now. And we try to work it out now. What drove you and others to neglect or harm someone? Seek to understand. Now, number 5, they advise you, try to understand why it happened, why we keep hurting one another. There might be that because we so ignorant, or because it's situation that make that happen, or someone lied to us, or something happened. Number 6, the advisor, practice humility, mean that we all not perfect. We all make mistakes. And we all human beings. And we need to depend on one another. So this is try to make us come back to what we are. We are not Superman. We are just simple human beings who make mistakes every day. And we just need to help one another to survive in this world. So this is about humility and also about humanity. Let go of unrealistic expectation. So what that means? It means that sometimes we hope that the whole society will come to love you, or to ask you for your help, or to come to you and accept your ask you for forgiveness. Or the one will come to you and beg you to forgive them. It might not happen. So when you expect too much, you will hurt yourself. Better don't expect anything at all from those people. Remember the sacredness of all things. Mean that everyone or everything that God created are sacred. So what that mean? It means that we are the image of God, but because of sin, make us far and fail from the perfect situation of God. So what that mean? We are affected by sin, and this is why we start hurting one another. It's not the intention of God, or it's not because we did it ourselves, but we all are the victim of sin and Satan. Number 9, they say, wish your offender well, mean that in order to forgive the one who hurt you, you might have to think the good way about them. You want them better. You want them to get out of that situation too, because they are human beings. They are your brother, sister too. They need a second chance too. So this is how you have to think about them. Forgive yourself. Number 10 say that in order to forgive someone else, you start with forgive yourself first. A lot of time in bad situations, we blame ourselves too. We blame ourselves that we are the cause of the problem. So in order to forgive everyone, a lot of time you have to start with forgiving yourself first. You blame yourself, you think that yourself is part of the problem or you caused the problem. Forgive yourself. You make mistake, yes, but you need a second chance and you need forgiveness too. Forgive yourself first. Number 11, they say move on, mean that don't stick with that. When you start the process, keep go on. I will go out of this situation. I will not stick here. I will change my life. I will forgive. I will be set free. So keep going, keep working, moving, never stop. And peace will come to you, but sometimes you need to fight it. It comes when you go through all the process of forgiving and working on everything. You will start feel peaceful in your life. Might be the first time in a long time. So when you acknowledge that you need help, you need God, and all things will start working together, and you will feel the peace of God coming to your life. After you go through all the steps of forgiving someone, forgiving yourself, try to work it out, accept the reality. And then now you live for the future now. With hope from God, with help from God, you start a new life now. Okay, this is the sum up of this chapter about forgiving and live on a new life with hope and future. And the author say that it's not easy process. For someone, it takes several years to work it out. But you need to have a hope and goal that you will get over this one day. And this is the process. Hard work will pay off. By the grace of God, everything possible. Okay, I don't know you have of experience of trying to forgive someone or try to get over something for so long that hurt you.
Yeah, อาจารย์ forgive is my goals.
Yes.
I don't want to when the people hurt me, I just forgive them. That's my goal. And a lot of I can see a lot of Christian friend, they have an issue, they cannot forgive. And I try to help them to forgive the other party. It's hard, but when I, before for me it's really hard. But right now, even like the person they want to hurt me, but they can't because I won't take it.
That's good.
They try to do something or talk, try to hurt me, and then I refuse to take it. So I just make up the joke, and then I let them know that it's not for me. So like that's when I not become Christian yet, or when I a young Christian, and I got hurt, and then I've been hurt so long. But after I study the Bible, and then I know that forgive is the number one for all Christian life. And then I try to forget everybody, like, and I want to be an example, let the people know that for the Christian believer, everybody need to be forgive.
You're right. You get to the heart of Christianity because God forgive us first.
Yeah.
Without that, we cannot do anything. So a big job for all of us is to forgive other people.
Yes. For myself, I think that that is not an easy thing to do, but I have to, I've been through it, have to rely on God. Always try to look the best of each person. So we're
Yes.
not perfect. So I make mistake. I know I make mistake myself as well. So therefore, sometimes the situation or the timing, or they have issue in their family. So I always try to look. I think differently now. I try to think differently because we just have to look at this person might hurt me right now, but they might have something else going in their family, and that's when Satan used them to come in between us. That has in Christians world. I truly believe that. So that's why we always have to have the armor of God.
Growing up, I saw that some dad put a finger in the mouth of their kid and let the kid keep biting the finger. So I always ask why you do that. Well, the dad always say that the kid just want to practice and maybe nothing else better. And the dad get hurt by let the kid biting his finger. I don't know, sometimes we are just like that dad and that kid. And you have a big job trying to help your people. A lot of their problems start with they need to forgive because they got hurt from someone or something. If you can help them to the point of they forgive, and then a lot of things will solve.
John, I have a quick question.
Yes.
For example, if somebody hurt me many years ago, I did not forgive him, but I forgot about what he done to me. Is that considered forgive?
No.
But I'm good. I'm healed, and I don't have anything against that person.
Sometimes you forget, it doesn't mean you forgive. Yeah, I know some people in church always say forgive and forget, but they are two different things. You forget, you can remember again one day.
But that's not hurt anymore.
It hurt less, but the problem's still there. So you have to go to the point that you're going to forgive. Make it officially.
Do I need to go to that person and tell him that I forgive him? Or I just forgive without telling that person?
Or you can do both. Sometimes you don't need to go to tell that person, but you tell God that I forgive that person that hurt me.
Okay, even you are here already, but just tell
you
God
need to
that
make
you.
it. Harm will help you, but still you need to forgive the person.
Yeah, I think a lot of time or sometimes people hurt me. I think that I don't always think that I'm the perfect person. Somebody just like to hurt me, but I think that maybe I have done something that offend him or her. That's why she or him tried that. But and I guess that forgiveness is to that's the point. I mean that the only healing that we get is to forgive.
So you go to the point, Kamsai. Sometimes the healing process will start this. You forgive someone and you ask that person to forgive you too. Sometimes we don't know we hurt that person too in the process.
Yeah. I think scripture teaches that if somebody hurt us, we need to go tell them, not they tell us, right? Because they don't even know that they hurt us. Feeling.
If you hurt, you need to deal with it.
Yeah, and one of the very big forgiveness that I saw, I think a week ago, that the wife, she forgive the shooter, and when I listen to that, I say, wow, that is a real Christian.
Yes, it's difficult, but that's the only choice that we have.
Yeah, that's the only choice and the only feeling. The only healing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, we need to learn from Jesus how he forgive.
John, I have one question.
Yes, Nathan.
For example, that's one person that he in his old church he got hurt so badly that he doesn't want to go to that church. Just like by going there, he has a really bad memory. I'm sure that he tried to forget what happened to him in the past, but I think he tried to forgive, but it's really hard for him to forget. Is it normal that every time he go to that place, the bad memories always come back to haunt him? So better for him not to go that place. Is it a good way to do?
Not the best. Why I say that? Because he still have a wound that not healed. So one day he still have to go back and deal with that demon. Mean that he need to work it out. He have to go there and forgive those people or those things.
Yeah, I know that person, and I know when that person go to that place, I can see his face. He's really uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And I hope that he will, one day he can forget everything, so he can have a peaceful life, peace of mind.
Yeah, the process will start as we learn. You have to go there, tell the people, and forgive those people. For him to get over of that situation.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Welcome. So when we go to that situation, we forgive those people that hurt you. You set yourself free too.
I think sometimes like Kamsai, he talking about he forget, and he forget by him alone, but when he saw the person and then he thinking about it, refresh his memory. That means not forgive. So by forgiving, so like you have to go there and talk to the person and say and make things right, and then and forgive each other.
Yes, in psychology we call that is mission. It means that you suppress some feeling for so long until you don't remember it, but it's still there.
Maybe
If
I have to go. Maybe I have to go to see my uncle because because I forgive him, but I don't know, like I didn't talk to him personally, and maybe he's still thinking something out, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's always the best thing to do. Make it officially, publicly that you forgive. I know sometimes in Asian culture, we might just ignore it and make it that nothing happened and that done. But deep down there, it's not done yet. It needs to be addressed publicly so the wound will heal.
Again, I have another situation that's really hard.
Yes.
But because we're talking about forgiveness, someone is a really close relative to me thought that I hurt them, thought that I called child protective to their and interview the children. But because somebody said that it's someone called from my state, and that person just accusing that because I live in this state and then that I'm the person who did that, but I didn't. In a situation like this, should I go and forgive him without because I didn't do it?
He still think that you are the one.
Because that person never talked to me.
Oh.
At one point, I was wondering that I can't go to that town because if I go there, will be a problem. But after a while, I know that that person found out that it's not me, it's somebody else, and then he don't want to admit that, and he just don't want to talk to me. When I go, if he know that I go to join the group, he not show up. Yeah. So thing like this, it's I try to find a way to get this problem solved, but I don't know what way.
Well, you can go another way that we can do this way. Go to visit him in that town with some leader, bring some gift, and go there and tell him that, forgive me if I hurt your feeling, even I did not do that, but you still get hurt because of misunderstanding, but forgive me. I want friendship back with you. So that's still a good way, even you did not do anything bad, but by misunderstanding, you still hurt him. And you still can ask for forgiveness. And if he forgives you, he might ask you for forgiveness for his misunderstanding too. And you might get the friendship back.
Okay. Yeah, one time, I tried to, I want to, but I thought to myself, I didn't do anything. If I go, I try to ask for forgiveness. Maybe he think that I did it. That's why I go and try to ask for forgiveness.
Well, you ask for forgiveness not because you make mistake, but for forgiveness that you might hurt his feeling from all this misinformation. And you want him to forgive you because you hurt him without intention. That still hurt.
Okay. So will that hurt him more or will that heal if I go do things like this?
No, because you ask him to forgive you. You did not go there to ask him tell him that you forgive him. You get my
Okay.
point?
Okay. Yeah, I do. Yes. Okay. So I go and instead of asking him to forgive me, I forgive him for what.
No. You go there and tell him that, please forgive me that
Oh, okay.
I hurt your
Okay.
feeling from all the misunderstanding that happened.
Yeah, the problem. Oh, yes. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
tell
ahead.
him even I did not do it, but I still feel bad because you got hurt. So I want you to forgive me. I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, the problem is he don't want to show up, don't want to meet. Even somebody call me, even I go to join a group and if he plan to come, or if he know I'm there, he don't come. And it's
So
really
go to
hard to
him.
find a time and to meet.
Yeah, go to him
Yeah,
and
maybe
you
go to
say
him because
you ask him to forgive you. So I think he feel a lot better.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure he got hurt.
yeah, I'm okay because I didn't do, but I know that he's hurt. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Well, that's the way of Jesus.
อาจารย์
Yes.
how do you draw the line in our society? It said even though you are wrong, don't admit that you are wrong. And in our Christianity culture, we say even though I'm not wrong, but I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong to have peace of mind and that we can have peace with God.
You look at Jesus. Did he do anything wrong?
No.
No. But he accept all the punishment or anything. He the innocent man. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why, John, I was talking to my kids all the time. I just using the illustration for my kid, and I talked to my kid. I said, excuse me, hold on a few seconds. John.
Okay.
Okay, I just talked to my kid. I said, for example, no one can be perfect because when we go two-way, I go this way, someone come this way, okay? Pretending if I don't go, this person they didn't bump onto something, okay? If I go that way, someone come this way, we might have an accident. I'm not bumping to the other one. Someone they didn't see, they don't see me, they're bumping to me, but I have my fault too because I go that way. That's why I talk to my kid. Don't say that you don't. It's not your fault, okay? Because same way you go that way too. That you take responsible too. Please talk to someone. Say forgive me, okay? Because I passed this way. Otherwise, if I don't pass this way, you don't bump to me. And that way, both of us we supposed to confess, and then and that my thinking like this way. So is that wrong or right? I don't know, John.
Well, they always say that you cannot clap one hand. You need both hands.
Yes.
Well, Ajahn, I think in Myanmar culture, they don't want admit they cannot say I am sorry, please forgive me. They can't say that. It is so hard. I don't know why. That's the hard part for our culture.
Well, I think in most human culture is that way. But the Bible teaches the way of Jesus is so different. And it's the best.
And one thing I've been learning that if I know I did something wrong and I ask them forgive me right away. So I don't hold on till tomorrow. If you hold on till tomorrow and then you don't want to do it next time, you keep hold on.
Well, I might offer you another even more difficult way. If you know someone get hurt, even you don't know you make mistake, still ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
Because you hurt someone, even you don't intend and you don't know, they got hurt, you still can ask for forgiveness.
Yes. I always ask for my wife, forgive me. Even you know, like I can see when her get upset and then and I try to be really nice. And then I ask her to forgive me if I did something wrong.
Wow, a nice, very good husband.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Ajahn, as well, something we have some large problems, small little thing with the other people. We already handshake and then forgive and forget each other. And some other people did not visit it at all. They are keep in mind all the time. I just keep praying for God. So please, that's not your business. You should not get involved. And this is how it happened for a human. What we should do? Should we do something better than that? I mean, this problem will always affect to everybody.
Well, you can do your part. You cannot make other part to do anything. You can just pray for them.
One thing I keep telling them, so if you can remember that much, that's good. So why don't you remember Bible? That's a good thing for you to remember. That the other people visit, you should not keep in mind. And then the good thing you keep in mind that Bible. Keep telling you forgive it. So yeah, sometimes I might be thinking wrong, but that's how every day.
So you see that
Mhm.
God have
Good.
a different way from this world.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome. Okay, any more questions for this chapter? So if not, I will give you a break